Hello, future doctors. This is Ujjal Roy, medical mentor, founder and director of the Engineers Gurukul. Today, I'm going to start with the fourth lecture on human excretory system, and the topic today is about human excretory system only. Now, in this video, we are going to talk about the basic structure of the kidney, and also to some extent, we are going to talk about the structure of nephron, but we are going to keep it very simple because in the next video, we are going to talk about the internal details of the nephron. Basically, in this topic, we are going to talk about the structure of the kidney. And dear students, if you have failed to watch the earlier videos, you can click on the I button over there. Yes, so let's start with the human excretory system. So when we talk about the human excretory system, what is there in human excretory system? A pair of kidneys is present. A pair of kidney, a pair of ureters, a pair of urinary bladder, and one urethra. So this makes the human excretory system. The diagram I'm going to show you in the next slide. What is the color of the kidney? It is a reddish brown. In human, the color of the kidney is reddish brown, and they are bean shaped. So what is the shape of the kidney? They are bean shaped. So they are bean shaped. And what is the position? What is the location of it? Of these two kidneys? They are located between the last thoracic. Last thoracic means, you know, in vertebral column, it starts from thoracic 1. I'm not talking about cervical 7. But when we talk about thoracic, it starts from T1 to T12. So there are 12 pairs. There are 12 vertebral column. There's thoracic vertebral column. The last thoracic, that is T12. And third lumbar. When we talk about lumbar, that means what is the vertebral column formula? It is C7, T12, L5, S1 under bracket 5, coccyx 1 under bracket 4. So when we talk about the location of the kidney, they are present in T12, last thoracic, and they are present till third lumbar vertebrae. So how many lumbar vertebrae are there? Basically 5 of them. So they are present in third lumbar vertebrae. So in total, if we talk about, if this is T12, then this is L1, L2, L3. So the kidney is located somewhere out here. The kidney is located somewhere out here. So this is the position of the kidney. Let's talk about the size of the kidney. The size of the kidney, the length of the kidney is 10 to 12 centimeter in human body. Width is 5 to 7 centimeter. And thickness is 2 to 3 centimeter. This is the dimensions of human kidney normally. I'm not talking about the inflammation of the kidney, the itis, the inflammation of the kidney. We are not talking about that. It's a normal human healthy kidney. These are the dimensions of it. When we talk about the weight of the kidney varies between 120 to 170 grams. 120 to 170 grams. Let us get into the next details of the structure of the kidney. So this structure is there in your book, in NCERT, in page 292 of the old book. Now, if you see the structure, this is the outermost covering of the kidney, which is, I have talked about this in the earlier videos also. They are made up of what? Fibrous connective tissue. And we call it as renal capsule. We call it as a renal capsule. So kidney is encapsulated inside this renal capsule. So if we classify, the kidney is having two parts. The kidney is having two parts. They have got outer cortex and inner medulla. Outer cortex and inner medulla. Now, if this is the kidney bean-shaped structure, you can see there is a notch. There is a notch present over here. This notch is called renal notch. Okay, or otherwise called as hilum. This notch is called hilum. Through this notch, what is coming out? Through this notch, what is coming out? The first one which is coming out is ureter. The first one is coming as ureter. The second one is they have arteries, you can see the arteries are innervating inside and the vein is taking the blood outside. So these three structures, ureter, renal artery and renal vein, these three structures are present, are coming out through this hilum or notch. Then if you see, this is ureter and this ureter is joined with this structure. You can see the small structure. These small structures are called minor calyx. And many of these minor calyx, they are joining with one single opening, and that is called major calyx. That is called major calyx. And then this major calyx, we can also call it as what? If this is major calyx, if this is major calyx, this is major calyx, this is major calyx, just next to major calyx towards ureter, this opening is called renal pelvis. Renal pelvis. Fine. Then from this minor calyx, what we can see is this cup-shaped structure first, which is presented over here in the green color. This cup-shaped structure is called as apex, apical papilla. It's called apical papilla. And from this apical papilla, there is a pyramid-like structure which comes out. And these pyramid-like structure are called as the renal pyramids. You can see they are renal pyramids. So, renal pyramid. So, these are renal pyramids. And you see between two renal pyramids, you can see some gap. And this gap makes some column. And we call this column as these column, this column, this column, this column, this column as columns of Bertini. Columns of Bertini, star mark for NEET examination. Columns of Bertini. So this is the basic structure of the kidney. This is the basic structure of kidney. Over here we have not talked about the position of the nephron, where the nephrons are present. And still over here we are not talking about the two types of nephrons, that is cortical nephron and juxtamedullary nephrons. Now, the next one is what? This is the excretory system. Since class 9, I think we have got this idea. Fine. For ICSE students, you have got this idea in class 7. So this is the excretory system. Now there are two kidneys. You can see this is the right kidney and this is the left kidney. Can anybody tell me why the right kidney is little bit positioned lower than left kidney? Right kidney क्यों? Left kidney के एक ही level पे नहीं है? Comment me in the comment section. क्या कारण है राइट किडनी नीचे है, लेफ्ट किडनी थोड़ा ऊपर है? ओके, कमेंट मी इन द कमेंट सेक्शन. नाउ ये था हाइलम. हाइलम से क्या निकल रहा है बाबा? ये ब्लू कलर का क्या दिखा रहे हैं आपको? यूरेटर. ये यूरेटर है, এটা কি রে? यूरेटर. This is ureter. Okay, and then you can see the blue color. This is what? This is the veins. And basically what kind of vein is this? Come on, if you have watched all heart circulatory system videos, can you just comment me what kind of vein is this? Is this inferior vena cava or superior vena cava? Clear? Okay, comment me. And this is what? Artery. What is this? This is artery. So artery gets inside through hilum inside the kidney. So this is left kidney, this is vein, this is the artery, right artery, these two are the ureter. Was there only one urinary bladder? Only one urinary bladder, and it opens with only one unit, only one opening called urethra. Only one opening called urethra. Now, my dear students, what is the difference between a male urethra and with the female urethra? क्या डिफरेंस होगा दोनों में? क्या सेम होगा? मेल और फीमेल यूरेथ्रा. Male urethra का length close to approximately 20 centimeter long है, but in case of female it is close to 4 centimeter long. And tell me, ये जो length anatomically भगवान ने बना दिया है, नेचर ने बनाया है, tell me, यूरिन इन्फेक्शन होने का चांस किसको ज्यादा है, मेल या फीमेल? और अगर वो फीमेल में है ज्यादा चांसेस, अगर फीमेल में ज्यादा चांसेस है of UTIs, urinary tract infections, can you relate with some anatomical changes? In case of female, they have got a shorter ureter. The chances of the bacteria invading up to the kidney are more if you compare it with males, and that's why females are more prone towards urine tract infections. I think you got this idea. Okay. और एक चीज I think I must tell you, और वो क्या है, और एक डिफरेंस तो आपको बोल ही देते हैं बाबू. इन केस ऑफ मेल, ये जो यूरेथ्रा है, यूरेथ्रा से क्या निकलता है? यूरिन. अच्छा, मेल में क्या सिर्फ यूरेथ्रा से यूरिन निकलता है या सीमेन भी निकलता है? The semen also gets ejaculated through the same opening, and semen and urine, both of them comes from the same opening in case of male, but in case of female only urine comes out through the urinogenital aperture, through the urine aperture. But in case of male they have got urinogenital aperture. Clear babu? So ये difference है male और female में. So there is only one opening in male where through the semen and urine comes out. In case of female there is only one opening. For what? For the urine which comes out from the single opening called the urino system or urino aperture. Now, see, there are two openings separately. The reproductive tract through which the parturition occurs. Parturition matlab the act of childbirth that takes place through vagina. There is a vaginal birth. And over here, in case of female, the opening is different. The female opening is different where from the urine comes out. I think this is okay with you. Now, the next structure, the basic structure of nephron. I've just given the basic structure. देखो इस स्ट्रक्चर में मैंने आपको क्या क्या एपिथेलियल टिश्यूज कौन कौन से पोजीशन में ये नहीं बताया, ये हम बताएंगे इन द नेक्स्ट वीडियो. बट जस्ट गेट दिस आइडिया. द आर्टेरियोल व्हिच gets inside the Bowman's capsule, वो आर्टरी को क्या कहेंगे हम? एफरेंट आर्टेरियोल. और यहाँ पे ये क्या है? ग्लोमेरुलस, जहां पे इन दोनों का यूनियन होता है और क्या निकल आता है? इफरेंट आर्टेरियोल कम्स आउट. क्या निकल आता है? इफरेंट आर्टेरियोल कम्स आउट. So ये था glomerulus, and this cup-shaped structure is called Bowman's capsule. It's called Bowman's capsule. Together, these two together makes it what? Glomerulus plus Bowman's capsule. Glomerulus plus Bowman's capsule together is called Malpighian corpuscles. क्या कहते हैं इसको? Malpighian corpuscles. Malpighian tubules मत बोलो, Malpighian corpuscles है. Okay. और उसके बाद ये जो स्ट्रक्चर है, ये स्ट्रक्चर है पीसीटी. पीसीटी का फुल फॉर्म क्या है? प्रॉक्सिमल कॉन्वोल्यूटेड ट्यूब्यूल. अच्छा, ये प्रॉक्सिमल क्यों कहते हैं? व्हाई दिस पार्ट इज कॉल्ड प्रॉक्सिमल? प्रॉक्सिमिटी मतलब क्या है? पास. किसके पास? Bowman's capsule के जो पास है. So that portion of the tubule which is close towards the Bowman's capsule we call it as proximal convoluted tubule. So ये गया proximal convoluted tubule. अब ये नीचे उतरना स्टार्ट कर दिया. अगर नीचे जाता है तो क्या कहेंगे इसको? डिसेंडिंग लिम्ब ऑफ हेनली. यहां पे मैंने एक वर्ड यूज किया, वो क्या है? थिन. डिसेंडिंग लिम्ब ऑफ हेनली इज थिन. कारण क्या है? आई विल टेल यू इन द नेक्स्ट कमिंग वीडियोस. और जो ऊपर जा रहा है वो क्या होगा? डिसेंडिंग नहीं है, ये असेंडिंग है. ऊपर की तरफ जा रहा है तो असेंडिंग लिम्ब, और वहां पे और एक वर्ड है थिक असेंडिंग लिम्ब ऑफ हेनली. तो ये क्या होगा? ये होगा लूप ऑफ हेनली. ये लूप है. सो ये यहां पे क्या हो रहा है? एक ही डायरेक्शन में नहीं जा रहा है दोनों. बोथ ऑफ देम आर गोइंग इन द ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन. सो दैट इज व्हाट इज कॉल्ड काउंटर. सो दे आर काउंटरिंग देमसेल्व्स. ओके. अब यहां पे जाने के बाद ये जो है वो है डीसीटी. डीसीटी, डिस्टल कॉन्वोल्यूटेड ट्यूब्यूल. डिस्टेंस में जो है, किससे डिस्टेंस? बोमैन्स कैप्सूल से ये दूर है. दैट कम्स अंडर डिस्टल कॉन्वोल्यूटेड ट्यूब्यूल. And these tubule, और सब हर जगह पे कॉन्वोल्यूशन क्यों है? क्योंकि वो तो सीधा रहता ही नहीं है बाबा, पेचीदा रहता है. देखो आप, और बहुत कॉम्प्लेक्स स्ट्रक्चर लगता है जैसे एनसीईआरटी में दिया गया है. इट्स अ कॉम्प्लेक्स स्ट्रक्चर बिकॉज वहां पे बहुत सारे पेरीट्यूबुलर कैपिलरीज भी दिए गए हैं जो मैंने यहां पे नहीं दिखाया. ओके. यही इफरेंट आर्टेरियोल बाद में आकर वो क्या बनाते हैं? दे फॉर्म पेरीट्यूबुलर कैपिलरीज. वी विल टॉक अबाउट दैट इन नेक्स्ट टॉपिक. व्हाट इज दिस? दिस इज द कलेक्टिंग डक्ट. तो बहुत सारे देखो यहां पे किए क्या दिखाया गया? ये भी डीसीटी है दूसरे किसी नेफ्रॉन का. ये भी डीसीटी है दूसरे किसी नेफ्रॉन का. बहुत सारे नेफ्रॉन आकर एक सिंगल बड़े पाइप में जाकर मीट करते हैं, एंड दैट पाइप इज कॉल्ड कलेक्टिंग डक्ट व्हिच कंडक्ट्स द यूरिन व्हिच इज बीइंग प्रोड्यूस्ड इनसाइड द नेफ्रॉन. और ये कलेक्टिंग डक्ट जाकर कहां पे पहुंचते हैं? These cutting duct they come and join over here in the renal pelvis. यहां पे आकर रीनल पेल्विस में आकर यहां पे जमा होते हैं। ये है कलेक्टिंग डक्ट। बहुत सारे कलेक्टिंग डक्ट आकर यहां पे रीनल पेल्विस में आकर ये यूरिन को ड्रॉप बाय ड्रॉप यहां पे छोड़ते हैं ताकि यूरिन कम्स एंड reaches over there in the urinary bladder. Okay, so that is about the basic structure of the nephron. How many types of nephron are there? There are two types of nephron in the earlier video. If you have missed the earlier video, in other video also I have talked about this cortical and juxtamedullary nephron. If you have missed it, just click on the I button over there. Cortical nephrons. On the basis of position, we can classify them into cortical nephrons. अच्छा बाबू, cortical नाम कहाँ से आया? Cortex से आया? So in kidney, there are two portions. One is medulla inside and cortex outside. So cortical nephrons normally cortex में रहेंगे. They are found mainly in cortex. And relatively, they are short. The loop of Henle is short. इसमें loop of Henle ज्यादा नीचे तक नहीं जाता है, medulla तक नहीं जाता है, कम जाता है. Deals with control of blood volume in normal water conditions. अगर बॉडी में normal water conditions रहेगा, तब वो blood volume को maintain करता है. जब बॉडी में normal water balance रहता है. But when we talk about juxtamedullary nephrons, ये they are found in junction of renal cortex and medulla. Renal cortex and medulla. Longer loop of Henle. इनका loop of Henle बहुत नीचे तक जाता है. कहां तक जाता है? Towards the medulla region. In deficient water supply, अगर बॉडी में सप्लाई वाटर का सप्लाई कम रहेगा, increased water retention occurs. Increased water retention occurs through this nephron. So water को retain ज्यादा किया जाता है through this nephron to maintain the balance. क्यों? क्योंकि बॉडी में ऑलरेडी क्या कम है? बॉडी में ऑलरेडी वाटर डेफिशिएंसी है. तो अगर वाटर डेफिशिएंसी रहेगा तो क्या होगा? उसको रिटेन करना रहेगा. रिटेन करने के लिए सोचना पड़ेगा, और वो कौन सोचता है? Juxtamedullary nephrons helps in that. Nephron. If we just classify nephron को क्लासिफाई कर सकते हैं on this basis. ये क्या है? Malpighian corpuscles made up of Bowman's capsule and glomerulus together, which mechanically filters blood. So ये दोनों का काम रहता है अल्ट्राफिल्ट्रेशन में. ये हम पढ़ेंगे in the topic formation of urine. Ultrafiltration of blood. So ultrafiltration of blood. Ultrafiltration of blood. Ultrafiltration of blood. ये ultrafiltration first step है for formation of urine. And then when we talk about the type called tubules, so the next part is tubule. Tubule में कौन कौन आ जा रहे हैं बाबू? PCT, loop of Henle and DCT. What is PCT? Proximal convoluted tubule. इसका function क्या है? It reabsorbs close to 75% of the solute and water. 75% of the solute and water. मतलब ये NaCl को वो क्या करते हैं? Reabsorb करते हैं. PCT and also glucose and amino acids is also being reabsorbed. So PCT का काम water, salt, glucose और amino acid को reabsorb करना होता है. When we talk about loop of Henle, by counter current exchange which maintains the concentration gradient. Loop of Henle का काम क्या है? Counter current exchange हमारे next वीडियो में मिलेगा. जो अभी आपको समझाया जा रहा था, उसका मेन काम क्या है? बॉडी में एक concentration gradient maintain करना. Come down to DCT, distal convoluted tubule. It helps in tubular secretion. So tubular secretion of H plus ion, K plus ion, certain drugs is done by DCT. देखो फॉर्मेशन यूरिन में 3 स्टेप है. क्या है? फर्स्ट पहला क्या है? पहला अल्ट्राफिल्ट्रेशन होता है. द फर्स्ट वन इज अल्ट्राफिल्ट्रेशन. द सेकंड वन यू ऑलरेडी नो, इट इज कॉल्ड ट्यूबुलर रीअब्जॉर्प्शन. ट्यूबुलर रीअब्जॉर्प्शन. एंड द थर्ड वन इज ट्यूबुलर सिक्रीशन. तो ट्यूबुलर सिक्रीशन में कौन हेल्प करेगा? ट्यूबुलर सिक्रीशन में हेल्प करेगा डीसीटी. ट्यूबुलर सिक्रीशन में हेल्प करेगा कौन? डीसीटी. I think this is okay with you. Fine. So that's all about the human excretory system, or basic idea I have given. Now, dear students, the next topic is going to be even much more important, because we are going to go in details of how the urine is formed. So stay tuned, remain learning, stay learning, and above all, start solving the MCQ questions.